Hi, on this video I'll show you how to clean the Bosch Athlet cleaner, and it's the same for all of the Bosch cleaners. It doesn't matter which one you've got. I know this is one of the early ones, but it's the same principle for all of the range. So the first thing we'll do is to empty the bin, and as you know, you just push the clips in, and that does need emptying. So if we just take that off, and I'll just empty it into this bin here. And we'll look at the bin in a minute, but the first thing is the filter. And this can get really clogged up. So really, first of all, what you need to do is to take all these bits off and put them in the bin, or if you've got some kitchen roll, do it on the work surface. So once you've got the majority of the dirt off from the outside, really we want to wash this to make sure it's fully clean. So if you take the filter out, again, that's not been clean for a while. So what you want to do is to ideally probably shake it outside, or you can just take the filter off. So this part, the spongy filter, that does pull off like that. And you can get replacements of these. So if they are, quite worn out over time, which they can do if you've been using it for a year or two, then we'd normally recommend replacing them, and that can enhance the suction on the cleaner as well. But at the moment, all we need to do is just give them a good rinse under warm water. So both of these can be washed under warm water, and the same with the cage as well. So once you've washed the filters, then the next bit to wash is the bin. Literally just rinse it under warm water like this, and that's really easy to do. So once you've got those bits washed, then just get any of the water off, and just recommend put them to the side. So if you just leave them either on a draining board or really in an airing cupboard for probably about 24 hours, because what you want to do is you want to make sure that the filters and everything are dry before you put them back in the cleaner. Okay, so while the bin and the filters are drying, then the next thing to do is the brush bar at the front. To pull that out, it's ever so easy. If you've not cleaned it for a while, then this is what it could look like. Absolutely loads of hair around it, and normally these would be quite difficult to get off, but really the best thing is get a pair of scissors, and you should find there's a slot just there. Hopefully you can see it. And what you can do is if you get scissors and just cut along the slot, then what you can do is it pulls off like that. So it's actually quite easy to do. So once you've got all the hair off the roller, then it should look a lot better. So just put that to the side for a moment. The next thing to check is just inside here. You can see here there's still some hair around here. So over time that can build up. So again, just pull that out. So once you've got the hair out of there, then really what we want to do is try and clean inside here. And you can use a damp cloth, or I actually find baby wipes are quite good. So just you get in there with that, and as you can see there's quite a lot of residue that comes off. Okay, so once you've done the inside there, then we'd just recommend, again on the outside, just using some baby wipes or a damp cloth just to give it a good wipe over. And once you've done that, then on the inside, and if you can see there's quite a lot of dirt around there. So just use, again, either damp cloth to give it a good wipe out. Also, just make sure at the top here that this is all clear. So if there is any residue, then just use a paintbrush or something to make sure that's clear for when you put it all back together. Okay, so once you've done that, then you can put the brush back in, and that just slots in the side like that, and just make sure it clicks in. Now when you're giving it a good clean, I always recommend turning it round, and there's actually another filter on the back here. What you will need is a small flat screwdriver to get in the bottom here. Just be careful because you can actually damage the plastic if you're not careful with it. But all you do is, if you ease it off there and then just pull the cage off. That's it. And you've got a filter on the back here, and just inside here, again, just recommend getting a paintbrush to just make sure there's no residue in the back here or dust. And with this part, that's again just a foam filter. Recommend just rinsing it under warm water and letting it dry overnight. And when that's dry, and when you've put it back together, then just locate it at the top there, and that just clips back on like that. So once all the filters are dry, then you just want to put these back together, and that just pulls back on there. As you can see with this, it's wearing out quite a bit, so I could perhaps do with replacing it soon. But just be careful with this, try not to tear it. That's it. And then with that, that just drops back in the cage. Then that just goes into the bin. And then once you're done, then the bin just goes back on. And you're ready to get on with your cleaning. Hope you've enjoyed the video on how to clean the Bosch Athlet Cleaner.